Good morning, gang. It's Thursday, the 5th of September 2019. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom talk, coming to you from the Chapel Hill Marina here in Lincolnshire. Bit cold this morning. Oh, my Lord. I went to bed, I was back quite early last night, around about 12:15, sort of midnight 15, after watching nearly all of that Confessions thing on ITV. I wanted to see what all the palaver was. That some people had written in the papers about there being a shaky camera. And actually, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I still found it quite annoying. That when I mean a shaky camera, I mean likened to most people's videos that they upload. You know, when you're doing a video, keep the bloody camera still, for Christ's sake. All this kind of, you see these people at concerts. And their entire for the entire concert, they're holding this camera up like this and jumping and dancing. Who is, and then they upload it. Who is ever going to watch a video that's going like this all the time? You know, well, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It certainly wasn't as bad as that Cloverfield film that I mentioned yesterday. Yes, it was a bit shaky, and I much would have preferred it if they put the blooming camera on some sort of stand. I don't know how it works, you know. Apart from being the world's most popular television presenter, I'm not really into other aspects. Well, I am actually. I am into television and how it all works and all that. For Christ's sake, keep the blooming camera still. They seem to manage it on Holby City and Casualty when they sort of follow people around. It's almost like you know, when you've got a video camera or one of these things, one of these iPhones or Android phones, it's almost like they had the shake thing switch off. It is annoying. And I was watching it, of course, because I'd read about it in the paper, I'm looking for the camera shake. You know what I mean? When you get told something. And I did notice it, but actually it didn't really stop me from watching the programme, although I did find it a little bit annoying. So I don't know if any of you watched that confession thing on the telly last night. I haven't seen all of it, as I say. I thought the new programme on BBC One was better than that, which I can't remember what it was called now, that I watched the other night. Maybe Sunday night, Tuesday night. Tuesday night after Holby City it was on. The new thing on the BBC One. So there we are. I might have to change the way you watch the show on YouTube. I'll tell you for why. At the moment, there's one YouTube channel that carries this talk show and the karaoke. I'd like to try and split that. So those of you watching on YouTube, youtube.com/ChrisWinUK, should still be able to watch it exactly as you're doing now without doing anything, okay? But we have two YouTube streams going out, believe it or not. Some of you have found both of them. I can't tell you which one you're watching us on, okay? What I want to do is reassign one of those channels to just carry the YouTube, so that people that don't want to see the YouTube, I don't really want it coming up on the talk show thing. And similarly, there are people that watch the karaoke stream for some unbeknown reason, which I just don't understand at all, don't like to watch the chat show. Can you believe that? I can't. I mean, I spend hours watching my old shows, to be honest. So I'm going to try and split it. Before we finish the end of the show today, I'll see if I can turn one of them off. And if at that point you lose it, you know you're on the one that's going to be reassigned. I think that's possibly the only way to do it. I don't know how else I can do it. Once I've turned off a channel, I can't turn it on again. So hopefully that'll be like that. And tomorrow morning, okay, on tomorrow morning's show, it will just be on the channel that I want it to stay on, if you see what I mean. And we'll see what happens. I'll then I'll switch them both on again for Saturday's show, and you can tell me whether or not you were able to see it or not. If I disappear and you can't find it, if I disappear, then just type in, I don't know, youtube.com/ChrisWinUK. Go on there, and you should still see the live stream there. Maybe unsubscribe and resubscribe, and then you should be there. All right? So I'll let you know before we do that at the end of the show. But I think it's necessary to split up the two streams, to be honest. And that's it. The other thing is the music that we use at the beginning of the show is giving us a little bit of a problem with the YouTube copyright thing. And I may have to change it. the bit that builds up with the diamond and all that. I might have to change it. Don't know yet. I have got a letter, an email somewhere from the composer of that piece of music, Mr. David Arnold, and he kindly gave me permission to use that music at the beginning of the show. But YouTube don't know that. So I was talking to my brother-in-law. He says, yes, you've got to get that email and somehow send it to them, and then then that will all be fine. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Good. Anyone put the heating on last night? I was on Facebook last night. All these people have put the heatings on. Oh, honestly, snowflakes, dear. Oh, it's a little bit cold. Let me just turn that heating on. No, dear. No heating until December. You must try. You must try and not turn that heating on until December. God's sake, man. We have a lot of snowflakes watching this morning. Were you one? Did you put your heating on last night? Terrible, dear. Terrible. I mean, yes, I can hear your meters going around. Woo! Oh, my word. No heating on until the 3rd week of December, and then only for an hour a day. Maximum. Possibly even just 10 minutes. Did you turn your heating on? Let me know. Good morning to Tommy Flynn. Morning, Tommy. Alan Carathas. Good morning, young Alan. Heidi Oliver. Morning, Heidi. I bet you turned your heating on last night, didn't you, darling? Heidi would be one of those who turned the heat. Put a jumper on, dear. What's wrong with you all? Good morning to lovely Claire. Morning, Claire. Mick Davenport. Good morning, young Mick. Adam the plumber's there. He's out on his rounds at the moment, no doubt, with his hand down someone's toilet. Morning to Rachel Wheatland. Good morning, Rachel. Mohammed is here. Morning, Mohammed. Shazab. Mohammed Shazab. Good morning to you. Michael Lawrence. Hello. Hello to Dinny, who has now dropped the 60, what was it, 63? It was Dinny's, it was a number on the end of your name. He has now dropped that number. I'm not quite sure why he done that. Why did you drop the number from your name? It just says Dinny now. So good morning to you over there on YouTube. Hello to John Aitken. Morning, John. I didn't know you had a quadruple bypass on your heart. Well, that's news to me. I just found that out this morning. Perhaps you told me that in the past and I don't remember it. I don't know. But good morning to you, John. I'm so glad it's still beating, dear. Boom, 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 boom. I hope to have improved my heart because I managed to get to the swimming pool yesterday at last. I did manage to get to the swimming pool after 2 weeks yesterday, and I wasn't sure whether I would be able to complete my 50 lengths, but I did, so I'm pleased about that. The old boy was in the next lane to me. He's about 83. My God, does he splash. He's up and down. He must be in there. He does a lot more than me. He keeps lapping me. He's ever so fast. Seriously, I think he's about 83, possibly more than that. Very, very fit man. But lovely to get back into the swimming pool yesterday. Good morning to Ray Reynolds on another momentous day. I think not. Oh, you've been watching that, have you, Ray? All the Houses of Parliament. Oh, my word. You see, I don't see where this is going. This whole Brexit thing, I don't see where it's going and where it's ending. 1 minute they all say, oh, Brexit can't be stopped, and then the next minute something else happens to look like it stops it. So I really don't know. All these so-called experts seem to not know what they're saying or doing either. It's dreadful watching it all going on in there. And then Boris called Corbyn a chlorinated chicken, didn't he? And then 1 minute they won an election and they say, oh no, not yet, we're not ready. Oh dear, you mustn't get too involved in that, Ray, because it'll drive you mad. It will absolutely drive you mad. Oh, you saw the plane at the beginning, did you, Dilly? Morning to David in Hemel, 9 o'clock in rural Lincolnshire, 10 o'clock in urban Benidorm. How lovely. Well, at least if it's 10 o'clock there, you'll be up on time in future, wouldn't you, David? Where are you going today in Benidorm? What do you do there? Do you go and visit old ruins and things like that? Or do you just, are you one of those people that just finds a sort of, bar and sits outside for the whole day, sipping gently and watching the sun rising? Yes, morning to Ben. Good morning, lovely Ben. He's in Barcelona. 6 degrees in Leeds. Oh, it's too cold for me. That is cold, isn't it? I really didn't turn the heating on in here yesterday. But Leeds, I did work there once, a place called Religion. You know where all the bars are? You kind of come around the corner and go under a bridge. It was just before that bridge, and it was on the right, and you had to go down steps to get in there. And you know, I got stuck in a car park in Leeds. Yeah, I was working until midnight. I was DJing, I think 8 to 12 maybe. Or it might have been 2. Let's try and think now. No, I think it was 2. I think it was 2 o'clock. Anyway, so I went and parked my car. You know what I'm going to say? I parked my car in a car park, finished my DJ. This is a long time ago, but minimum of 10 years ago. Walked back to the car park and it was locked. This would have been a Sunday morning. Open again, I think it said, at 8 a.m. or 6 a.m., one of the two. And I got there whenever it was, 6 a.m. I had to go back to the manager's house and I had a little sleep there. Got up again and I was there, you know, just as he was unlocking. I said, "Oh, thank God you're here, mate." And I said to him, I got stuck here last night. I didn't realise you closed at 6. He said, "Well, it's a good job you came here and not the one round the corner." I said, "Why is that?" He said, "That don't open till Monday morning at 8 o'clock. That was lucky. Awful. Morning to LaBelle. I am her emerald-eyed Prince of the UK. That's the best one yet. An emerald-eyed Prince of the UK. I like it, LaBelle. Thank you very much. The Capture. Thank you very much, John. The Capture. That was the programme on BBC One Colour, which is now on Tuesdays after Benidorm, after Holby City. Very good. Very, very good indeed. The Confession one I watched about half of on ITV last night. I've got to be honest, I'm not into it yet, and I've watched half an hour. You know, some programs on the telly, they get you like that, like within a couple of seconds. You know, within 10, 20 seconds of it starting, you're in. You know, not so with The Confession, not yet anyway. So I'll give it a bit more of a chance. I often find that with a lot of the stuff on Netflix, it takes a long time to get into some of that stuff. My mate, now what was it? Riverdale, I think it was. My best mate watches Riverdale. He likes it. Young people in a college, and I think there's a murder going on, but I couldn't get into that one. And I watched 2 or 3 episodes. Funny, isn't it, really? But sometimes you do have to give something a good chance. Like the updated Dynasty, which again is on Netflix. It took me a few programmes to get into that. But once you're in it, it's hilarious. It's not on automatic. Well, you can watch the old. There's 2 series on there at the moment, I think, and they're just making a new one. It is absolutely hilarious. Dynasty on Netflix. Give that one a go. Rachel says, "I love that music." Yes, me too. Well, I think we can probably keep it at the end. It seems to be the beginning that is the problem. You know, we have the opening video of where, depending where I am, the fields, or if it's the Bracknell one, you get pictures of Bracknell and all that. That bit's all right. It's the long version of the tune with the diamond that seems to be giving us a little bit of a problem with copyright. Not to the point of being taken off or anything like that, but still, I'm getting occasional messages about that. The bell. I still have the air conditioning on. Oh, it's still warm over there, is it? Oh, not here. No, it's dropped considerably. In fact, would you like a quick weather forecast of the UK? Yes, I would. Okay, then I'll give it to you. In the Daily Mirror this morning, it says Britain is braced for a frosty couple of days. Oh no, boys and girls. Don't go outside the door. Close the door. Make sure you've got food in, you know, in case we run out of lettuces or something like that, according to Brexit things. We might run out of lettuces. Oh, God, the world's come to an end. We've got no lettuces left. Oh, they moan and moan. Oh, I've got no toilet paper. You've got a tap and a sink, haven't you? You know, go and wash your hands. No, thank you. Britain is braced for a frosty couple of days as temperatures plunge. But a 5-day heat wave. It says heat wave. Wait for it, right? Wait for it. But a 5-day heat wave is just around the corner. The mercury will drop to single figures across the country and bitter winds. Bitter. That'd be Jeremy and Boris screaming at each other. As bitter winds move south from Iceland. I knew they didn't like us over in Iceland. They're all standing there, the people of Iceland, blowing at us cold air. But the mercury will reach, are you ready for the heat wave? 20 degrees. They call that a heat wave. 20 degrees is not a... Who's writing this crap? 20 degrees is not a heat wave. 30 degrees is a heat wave. The mercury will reach 20 degrees next week on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday in London, according to the BBC. Oh, yes. The Brussels Broadcasting Corporation. Conditions will remain cool until then, with the chance of an early winter frost this weekend. Oh, get your tomatoes in. Oh, I've got loads of little red tomatoes on my plants outside. Get them in before the frost gets them. All that growing will be a complete waste of time, won't it? Huh? Get those tomatoes in. Conditions should be sunny for most of the country today. Yes, it's sunny now. And that really does quickly warm up the caravan. It was cold this morning, I must say. But as I say, I resisted switching my heat pump on. No heating on in here. Good morning to Katie Ann Patterson. Good morning, Katie. Hey, David says the air conditioning turned up to 11 where he is. Is it really? Is it that hot there in Benidorm? Gosh. Dinny says, have to stay cold until December. Absolutely. We can't afford these bills, dear. British Gas will be knocking on your door. Ow, you haven't paid your bill yet. Rachel's still walking around about in her summer top as I burn up anyway. Oh, she's got menopause. I know what you mean, Rachel. It's happening to me all the time, dear. I'm having it all the time. I'm thinking of going on that therapy. Hormone replacement therapy. Is that any good? Are you on that yet, my love? It's just a bottle of pills, isn't it, that you take every day? Another one to add to the ones I have. It was Dinny 67, was it? Okay. What does that is that when you... Oh, that must be when you were born. So just a little bit younger than me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1963, 64, 65, 66, 60. So you're about 20 years younger than me, aren't you? Yes. Not that good at maths, I'm afraid. Heidi didn't have her heating on. Good girl. Put a jumper on, dear. Put a jumper on. Morning to Ali Tamplin. Morning, Ali. Remind me never to flat share with you if you don't have the heating on till the 3rd week in December. There won't be anyone sharing my house. I'm telling you that now. I couldn't bear it. I did have a lodger once. I had a couple of lodgers over the years. Which was fine. You know, there was never really an issue unless my milk was gone in the morning. Oh, no. I just make myself a cup of tea. I'm just having breakfast. No milk. My God. How bad is that? How angry does that make you? Yes, someone nicking your milk in the morning. But actually, I had lodgers. It wasn't really a problem. Could I have a lodger now? No, absolutely not. I don't think I could ever live with anyone again now. It's been so long, and I really, really like peace and quiet where I am, wherever I am. You know, I can't even. I don't know why. I'd have trouble staying in someone's house as well. You know, knowing there are other people in that same building as me. Funny, isn't it? Are any of the rest of you like that? I don't think I could. I think it's very selfish, isn't it, as well? I think it's a very selfish thing. But I think after a long time of being on your own, the thought that, you know, you could open that door and then there's someone. Oh, hello, how are you? I've just shut up. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I'm just no, please shut up. She, please. And you go in the telly and you want to watch something, but there's another channel on. Or you might go up to bed. Oh, it's time for me to go. Oh, there's someone else in the bed. Oh no. You know, farting in your bed. Oh, I don't think I could. So thank you for the offer, Ali, but no. Oh, have I got a bit of a cough? Am I having respiratory difficulties? Don't worry. My rescuer is standing by if I do. Morning to Andy. Andy. Morning, Andy. I haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're well. Rachel, don't mention the B word. No, only in humour. Oh, I will only do Brexit in humour. We will not do Brexit serious on this programme. Absolutely not. Only in humour. There we are. David says people are talking about lost Brexitos. Is that what it's called? Morning, Mark Jones. Good morning. Angela Walters there in Melbourne, Australia. Morning, Angela. Long time no see. I hope you and your boys are all right there. those of you that put sometimes the messages from the Facebook page United Kingdom Talk don't come through. The one with from your son a couple of weeks ago I didn't see until after the show, so I did reply to that. Okay, John, who's had the quadruple bypass, not recently. My poor heart was knackered. I was a smoker and drinking too much, so I'm thankful for the NHS. I obviously don't drink or smoke anymore. Good lad, John, because you often hear people that have had these operations or have got some dreadful disease, cancer or something. Oh, my wire's fallen out. Look at that. My wire's fallen out there. Oh, I just saw a fly. Did anyone see that fly then? There's a fly in here. Probably came out of my pocket. Yes, you often hear people... What's going on with this wire? Oh, I can't bear it. 1 minute. What can I do with that? Put that in my pocket, maybe. There we are. Is that better? Let me know if that wire drops out again. Yes, people who had these operations or have got some terrible disease caused by something they're doing, and they just carry on doing it. You know, so well done on you for giving up those things. I know it's not always easy to give up smoking or drinking or drugs or anything like that, is it, I suppose? David, the only time I visit old ruins is when I come to your karaoke on a Monday. How rude! Are you saying I'm an old... I hope you're not talking about one of our viewers. I'd be very, very disappointed. David, I may have to read out that message, actually, next time you come to the karaoke and see if you offend anyone. Ow, we're offended. Claire, that happened to me in Knutsford, Cheshire car park. She got there and it was locked. Had to stay in the most appalling pub overnight with drunks in the corridor and a filthy shared bathroom. How awful, Claire. Oh, that's horrible, isn't it? That is horrible. That is awful. Awful. Ray, Johnny and I have performed at the City Varieties Music Hall twice in Leeds, home of the good old days. Right. What's that to do with? I think I might have lost my my line of thinking. What were we talking about that then a minute ago? I'm trying to work out where does that come into what I was just saying, Ray? What have I been talking about? Did I talk about the good old days? Oh, I can't remember now. You've thrown me, Ray. Where does that come into what we were just talking about? Please come back to me, darling. All right. Ray and Johnny play the ukulele. Very talented people. Let's just scroll down a little bit there. Hello to Joanna. Good morning, Joanna. Welcome. Hello. Ray 0784 is back home from hospital. Congratulations, Ray. Welcome home. I'll sing a little bit because I know Joanna's here this morning. She likes my singing. Welcome home. Welcome. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Come on in. Da-da-da-da-da. And close the door. There you go. Welcoming you home, Ray. All right. Good morning to Veronica, watching on Vaughan Live in sunny California. The sun is out here now, actually. It's quite nice and bright outside. Let's have a look there. LaBelle Riverdale takes the characters from Archie's cartoons and placed them in real-life situations with some mysteries. Yeah, as I say, I did watch a few of those. Probably about quite a few, 4 or 5. And I thought, oh, I can't be bothered to watch this anymore. So I stopped. Oh, Angela, 20 degrees is cold here in Australia. Honestly, she's got 20 degrees. They're complaining it's cold because it is hot in Australia. I never forget the first time I went to Australia. It was just coming into autumn, so that would be March, April time. I think it was one of those March sort of April time. And I got there. Of course, I'd come from the middle of winter, so there I am walking through Sydney High Street in a t-shirt. All these people have got coats on. Seriously, coats on, because 20 degrees to them is cold because they get like 35, 40 degrees sometimes. And if they've had a long run of that, to drop from that to 20, I suppose, is cold, isn't it? They were walking around in very, very strange. Good morning to Ben. Said hello to Ben. Let's scroll that down. Notting Hill Gates. Right. No heating on in Middlesex. Fair enough. Rachel's not going to touch any drugs. Good girl, darling. She's not having the hormone therapy. Good girl. Get through it yourself, darling. Get through it yourself. I'd be the same as you, actually. Good morning to Paul Harvey. Morning, Paul. Kate hasn't got the heating on. Jumper and a fleece blanket. Now, I'm not a fan of fleece. If I touch fleece and then start and touch something metal, I get an electric shock. Happens to me every single time, so I don't have fleece. It was on the telly a little while ago about all this fleece stuff and sends little bits of plastic into the air and you breathe it in. Whether or not that's true or not, I don't know. You're right, Ray. I don't think I'd like it in hospital. People coming and driving, going round and round and screaming and shouting and coughing and all that. Oh dear. They are. LaBelle's the same as me. My thoughts about having a partner. I want one, but I want my solitude as well. I am quite a solitude-y type person. Solitary type person. You know, I'm all right at work, but as soon as I finish my work, I like to be left alone and just to go home, you know. Good morning to George Bond over on YouTube as well. Thank you. I'm glad your son's all right. Matt, that was it. She's been on a road trip around Tasmania. Oh, did you see any of the Tasmanian Devils? Do you remember the cartoons? But what was that? That was with Bugs Bunny, wasn't it? And the Tasmanian Devil. Leeds. Thank you very much, Ray. We were talking about Leeds. That's why you put that comment there. It says played at the Royal Variety Hall in Leeds. That is something else. Do you remember the good old days? Bless them all, bless them all. And that man with the hammer, bang. And chiefly yourselves. My mum used to love that. We all used to watch that. The good old days. Lots of famous people appearing on there. John Inman. I remember John Inman on there. Did Dolly Parton do it as well? Can't remember now. Lots of people. Good afternoon to Dr. SOS Gregorian. Afternoon. He's in Armenia as well. His home country. Hello to you. Okay. John loves the Peters and Lee song, Welcome Home. I do as well. Joanna, I want to sing you a song in the morning. You know that. As soon as I see your name, I know how much you love my singing. So I feel it. You know, I do it for you. Not for me. Not for me, Joanna. I do. Is there anything else you'd like this morning, darling? Love is in the air. Everywhere I look around. I haven't got my backing tracks, I'm afraid. Love is... Well, I could get a backing track. Would you like a backing track to me to sing a whole... Oh, okay then. Please yourself. Fair enough. Good morning to Eddie V. Hello to you. Morning to Michael Pullman. Morning. LaBelle, is it wrong to live with someone but want separate bedrooms? The Queen does. She don't sleep with Philip. Yeah, the Queen doesn't sleep with Philip. I'm pretty sure she has a separate bedroom. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. You know, it's probably... there are actually probably a couple of people out there that even I would marry. And I wouldn't want to sleep with them. Honestly. Yes. No names, dear. It's none of you lot. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Do your hospital live from St Mary's, Paddington. A karaoke night in a hospital. Well, that would give them something to do, wouldn't it? Take their mind off the terrible illnesses some people have got there. Danny LaRue, thank you. It was on the good old days. Yeah, I remember that. Good morning, Veronica. Morning. Veronica's... Why do you always moan about do I ever read the chat? Why are you so worried about having your chat read or not? Don't worry about it. Don't worry. There's more to life than reading out little messages all the time. For God's sake, dear. Morning to George Bond. Good morning. Elton John and his partner have separate bedrooms. Is that right? All right, Veronica, love. Elton John and his partner. Good. Now, let me see what I've got here this morning. Did you see on all the news programmes they had those little microphones on yesterday? Did anyone notice that? Little microphones, they're a bit like this, but with yellow ends on them. I think they look absolutely awful, but they're probably trying to do something about the background noise outside the House of Parliament, because it's just getting really silly out there. They're all up there marching around with their flags and all these people that presumably don't have a job. So you and I, who have got jobs, are paying taxes for these people to go wandering around the streets with their bloody placards and shoving little wooden boats in the middle of roads and things like that. Amazing, really. But it's getting so bad. You were having trouble hearing the news reporters on all channels. And I think that's why they've introduced these little microphones. But I think they look so awful. Not too bad, I suppose, but I remember at one point they were using them on the television in light entertainment shows. And it was Tom Edwards last night who put a post on about these silly looking little microphones. And immediately I remembered that they a few years ago, you may remember, they were using them on light entertainment shows like singing and dancing. And they had these little mics on, and I thought they looked really stupid. Not as bad as the little microphones they had a while ago, which literally were sat in the middle of their heads. Do you remember that? You know, like the some of the Asian people have the little red dot there, yeah? Which I think that's a religious thing. Anyway, these microphones were just like that. They kind of sat like that in the middle of their heads. I thought it was some sort of decoration. No, it was a microphone. Well, that didn't last very long. Thank God for that. Who comes up with these ideas that it looks good to have a microphone like that in the middle of your head? No, ideally, you don't want to see one at all, really. You can only see this because that's about the best I can do. I have this other microphone at the other studio, which is there. And I know sometimes it's a bit higher. I often forget, but I don't really like it to be seen. Why on earth someone would think we need a microphone in the middle there? Or one of... I do understand why they've done that, to try and alleviate some of this background noise. But even so, someone said there's some sort of gadget like... you know those noise-cancelling earphones that you can get? Quite expensive, Bose ones. I mean, you can buy cheaper ones of that. My opinion of sound equipment, don't buy cheap. You know, if it's the Bose ones that sound good to you and you can't afford them, wait until you can. Don't buy the cheaper ones, you'll be disappointed. Never ever buy cheap sound or video equipment. Wait until you've got the money. Oh, I want one of those now. No, wait until you can afford the better one. Simple as that. And I believe there's some sort of gadget they can buy to cancel, or they can have to cancel out the sound, other sound that's coming in. Whether or not that's true or not, I don't know. But they really are awful. LaBelle, Danny Lou is one of her drag idols. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right. Tut, tut, hands, Chris. Hands. You need hands. There you go. Ray Reynolds. Absolutely, Ray Reynolds. One bloke in particular has been bellowing for weeks outside Parliament, driving everyone nuts. It's mainly because of him they use different mics. Like, oh, I've heard him. Stop Brexit. Stop Brexit. On and on and on. What does this bloke do? He's obviously got no job. What does he do with his life? His entire life for the last... It's more than a few weeks, Ray. For his entire life... for the last few months, has been shouting and screaming, stop Brexit, stop Brexit. Do you realise how stupid you are, young man? I don't know who he is. Then why don't they interview him? I bet if they interviewed him, he'd say, stop Brexit. That's all he can say. Maybe he's mentally challenged. Maybe they are the only two words he's ever known. I don't know. It's possibly he's mentally challenged. I don't know. Eddie, sponsored by a Euro Remainers, they are. Good morning to Russ Philip Vernon. Morning to you, sir. Okay. I picked up the curtains. I meant to bring them in here. I can't get them now. I picked up my new curtains. I've got some new curtains for the bedroom here in the caravan, which go right across the wall to hopefully absorb some of the sound coming from the caravan next door when the children are there. I've got the caravan next door swapped hands, and you know, I don't complain about children or anything like that. They will be children, so I'm trying to think of a way of stopping the sound, because it's ever so loud, stopping their shouting and screaming coming through the caravan. So I've got these very thick curtains. I picked those up from my sisters last night, along with a curtain pole, and Martin, brother-in-law, was explaining how to put it up. And I think, you know, if I do this wrong, the side of the caravan will collapse in on itself, because they're heavy. They are quite heavy, so I've decided to let him just do it. Please, can you do it, Martin? So I think he's going to come round at some point and do that. Although I've got to go to B&Q and get a piece of 2x1 batten, I think he said. I presume that's a long piece of wood. So I'll just go to a member of... Excuse me, have you got some 2x1 batten? And they will take me there, presumably, and do it on like that. LaBelle thought it was a large beetle on your LaBelle. Have you got those in your house, beetles? Ray Reynolds has got cockroaches in his house, loads of them. You crunch as you walk through there. As I say, I managed to get to the swimming pool last night. The children are back at school as well, which means there's a lot more space in the pool again now, and it's nice going up and down there. We've done the weather, Russ. If you were here earlier, dear, you would have got the weather, wouldn't you? Please try and be on time. We've got the raffle tickets coming up in a minute as well. Some news here. Well, gang, if you're ever on a plane, have you ever been on a plane and there's been a pilot short and it couldn't take off? Well, in the metro this morning, an EasyJet passenger stopped a flight from being cancelled when he was offered to fly the plane himself. They were going to cancel the plane, so he offered to fly it. But there's a little thing here. Passengers on board a Manchester airport flight to Alicante were stunned when a dad travelling with his wife and son made his way to the cockpit. Michael Bradley, a qualified EasyJet pilot, so he was already a qualified EasyJet pilot, took his licence and ID along to the airport after being warned the Sunday evening flight was delayed by 2 hours. Oh, don't you hate that? How many people here have never ever been delayed on a plane? Nope, can't see any of you. Me, yes. I think the worst one was back in the 70s, 1979. It was with the Scouts on a jamboree, and we were coming back from New York to London, and I think we were delayed by like 8 hours. It was awful. And we were all sitting on the floor playing board games and things like that, you know, as Scouts, because we are prepared. Cubs, be your best. We will be our best. Be prepared to help our duty and God the Queen, or something like that. I can't remember the Scout promise. Yeah, that was a wonderful holiday, that was. We went to Maine. LaBelle would know all these areas, I suppose. Maine, doing 50 miles hiking and canoeing. It was fantastic. Somewhere I've got a Super 8. It's a silent film. I've got a Super 8 film somewhere of that. I don't think I'm in it much. It's more of sort of, you know, the scenery and all that. Oh, it's fantastic. I must get that converted. Because you can send Super 8 films. You remember those stuff if you were in the 70s and you had a video camera? You can send this stuff to somewhere and it can be converted onto a DVD. The only thing is, I was using this video camera for a couple of days and it stopped working. You know, and these films, you would load it with a film, and the film, I believe, would last 3 minutes. Okay, so you take your, it's so much better now. You know, it's all on here. It's all on here. There is no moving film or anything, is there? And if you don't like it, you just delete it and carry on. You get hours on that, hours of film on that. Not in the old days. No, you had a video cam, not a video camera. What did they call it? A movie camera, a film camera, maybe a film. I can't remember what it was called now. A moving picture film camera, right? And you'd have to load in a film, like on a cassette. Load in a film, shut the door, and then you had 3 minutes. You had 3 minutes worth of film there, and when that got to the end, you'd take that out and put another one in. Yeah. And then you'd send it off. It would get developed like a picture, and then it would come back on little reels like that, right? And then you had to get this other stuff and stick all the little reels together and put it on a bigger reel and then put it in a projector. Yeah, I've still got the projector somewhere at home. Actually, I think it's out, so it's probably gone rusty by now. It hasn't been on for years. That's how it was. Gosh. Anyway, back to this story. The man was hailed a legend when he told frustrated passengers he would offer his services to stop the flight from being cancelled or facing further delays amid a pilot shortage. I mean, how is there ever a pilot shortage? Oh, the Ryanair lot are going on strike again, aren't they? Don't ever fly Ryanair, I'm telling you now. It's awful. In a video shared on Facebook page by a passenger, Mr. Bradley can be seen making the announcement through the plane's tannoy. He said, "My wife, who's on row 15 with my little boy, hopefully he's asleep by now. I should keep it down or else I'll get told off. She rolled over and punched me in the back of the head and said our flight's delayed by 2 hours because there are -1 captain for the flight. So just before we went through security, I thought, I wonder if this is worth a phone call. I think it is because I'd like to go on holiday. I phoned up EasyJet and said, hiya, I'm standing in the terminal doing nothing. I've got my licence with me deliberately from being punched in the back of the head at 3 a.m. I have got my ID with me and I'd very much like to go on holiday. And if you need a favour, I'm standing by here ready to go. Wow. Mr. Bradley was dressed in a casual shirt and jeans, said his bosses called him back in less than a minute to give him the go-ahead, and he flew the plane. How lucky were they? Oh, I love that story. Love that story. So hopefully, that's what they should do. Maybe sometimes, when there's someone gets ill on a plane and they're making that, is there a doctor on board? Well, you could do that if there's a delay at the airport, couldn't you? Is there a pilot here? No, but I'll have a go. How difficult can it be? There must be an instruction book up the flight, up there or something like that. Oh dear. Heidi, a baton is just a piece of wood. Yes, I gather that. It's a long piece of wood, isn't it, Heidi? That's what I've got to get today. Eddie V has never been delayed on a plane. Really? Have you ever been on one though, Eddie? Never been delayed on a plane. How fantastic. You're a lucky thing, you are. Miss DQ, they're talking about a drag queen there, Rachel, I think, and John. That was a small person that worked in Sparkle Show Bar in Gran Canaria. I don't think I know him. Morning to Brandon Schmidt. Morning. Have you got your own plane? No, David, but hopefully that's coming. Hopefully that's coming. Ross has been to Skegness at the new Premier Inn. Yes, brand new. I know exactly where that is, next to McDonald's. I know where you are. Is there a Kentucky there as well? Or is it just a Premier Inn? I can't remember. There's a restaurant. I know there's a lovely looking restaurant downstairs from it. That's where Ross has been. Lovely brand new modern hotel. Then a few days at Butlins. I love Lincolnshire. Yeah, I do as well, Ross. I do as well. Eddie's not been on a plane. I knew it. Ali, thank you. Camcorder. That was what they were called, wasn't it? A camcorder. One of those things. Yes. Look, Diddy's got that equipment to transfer old films direct to PC or disc. Yes. It's not. I think you just send stuff away, don't you? You do yours yourself, do you? I had this thing once that you could plug into the computer. I can't remember what it was now. I think you plugged it. This was. Oh, it's quite an old thing now. It was. You plugged various leads in there, Cine camera. That's what it's called. Yes, Heidi. It was. I think some were called camcorders and some were called cine cameras. I had a cine camera. You're absolutely right, Heidi. Thank you, darling. Have you been to Grimsby? I heard there's good chip shops there. As fish is caught there, fresh. I hear Mablethorpe is nice too. I've been to Mablethorpe, Ross. Bit rough and ready there, mate. The beach is lovely, but as you come off the beach and walk through the shops, you'll see what I mean. Not key. Some very strange characters walking around there, Ross. Maybe not the place to take your little girl. Grimsby, I haven't, but I did go to Grimsby years ago, but not to the seaside. I was during offshore music radio. Remember offshore music radio? Well, the people that run that lived in Grimsby, and I went up to visit them. It was all run from someone's bungalow. All the equipment was in a shed, all fan called and everything. It was all done proper. Yeah. Ross, Cleethorpes. Go Cleethorpes. Go to the restaurant on the pier, it's like Italian, like Pedro's or something like that. I can't remember the name of it. But a fish and chip shop on the pier. Oh, delicious. Have halloumi. They put honey over it. Oh, it's so nice. So nice. Eddie reckons no one goes to Grimsby. You either live there or not, but you don't go there. It can't be that bad. Morning to Ellie. Morning, Ellie. If you can't fly a plane, why not take a crash course, says David. Ellie's been sharing me. Are you sure you want to share me, Ellie? That's the thing. Eh? I'm still banned from sharing on groups and I don't know why. That keeps happening for me. There is a KFC next door. I thought so. Cookhouse Pub. That's the one. Similar to Brewers Fare. We had fish and chips. Lovely. Are you still in Skegness? Can I recommend a fish and chip place for you, Ross? Trawlers Catch. Trawlers Catch. So, if you're coming in, actually, yes, you'll be able to do it from there. Cross the road, cross the main road from Premier Inn. and go left. And you walk right up to the almost as far as the roundabout with the clock on it. But before that, just on the right, Trawlers Catch. You go up some stairs. It's kind of attached to a pub. Oh, they do the best chips in there, mate. Best chips. Oh, and you won't feel ripped off either. Very nice indeed. The Trawlers Catch. Very nice. Russ is going to come to one of the karaoke nights. Please feel... I would come to the Friday night one. That's the better one out of the two now, Russ. They've kind of... The Monday and the Friday have become very different. The Friday is the better one. So come along on a Friday night, okay? Morning to my sister. There's my sister. Shaz B, just appearing there. Rachel prefers Skeg Vegas. Yes. Best fish and chip shops are Mother Hubbard's in Scarborough. Where are you going to Scarborough Fair? Okay, my friend Chris, I think it was the Queen, didn't like you anyway. I used to share you with the royal family, did you? No, I think she's a regular viewer, the Queen. David says, strange characters in Mablethorpe. I hope you didn't mean immigrants. No, did I say immigrants? Did I say that? Did I say that? No. Look here, the left are shouting off again. The left are shouting off again, looking for offence. Looking for us. You're the one that said it. You obviously got some problem with immigrants, have you, David? Is that why you mentioned that there, lovey? Is that why? I think so. I think so. Yeah. Watch what you say. We'll check it next time. Good. Most Haunted never liked you also, Chris. Where on earth have you shared the show to, dear? If you could share my show to some of the American networks, I'd happily move to America, preferably Florida, to do this show every day. Very happy to do that. So if you can get onto the American networks, I'll be happy to do that, all right? Good morning to Jason Hughes. Morning to you. Morning to you as well. Well, it's time for some Gemma Collins news, boys and girls. In the Sun this morning. Oh, have you been watching that programme, Diva Forever? Diva Forever. Anyone watch that? It's about Gemma Collins. It's awful. I watched one of these about 3 or 4 weeks ago at my mate's house before he went into hospital. And it's just her and her life. And it's just awful. There is no entertainment value whatsoever. It's Gemma Collins. I think I look at Gemma Collins as most of reality TV, not stars, celebrities, not stars, celebrities. I look at most of reality celebrities as the modern version of freak shows. And Gemma Collins is the biggest one out of all of them. She really is. It goes in the Sun this morning. Gemma Collins shocked viewers of Diva Forever with her vile table manners. Also, she likes to be known now as the GC. Don't get that. The GC spat out her food on the table. I mean, who would do that? The GC spat out her food and said that the salad tastes like SHIT as she went for a goodbye dinner with celebrity power. Oh, is she dying then? Is there something wrong with her? What do you mean a goodbye dinner with celebrity pal Jonathan Tebin in Los Angeles? I don't think she is dying, incidentally. Just her career. The pair were joined by John. Who is this again? As she went for a goodbye dinner with celebrity pal Jonathan Cheban. Never heard of him. Anyone heard of him? What does he do then? The pair were joined by Jonathan's mother, Galana Cheban. Anyone? But Gemma couldn't control herself as she spat while tasting the salad at the dinner table. Dirty cow. Dirty cow. Not for me, she complained. What did you eat? Nah, not for me. Effing not for me. There's something in that tastes like SHIT. It tastes like dog poo. And there's pictures of her spitting it out. You just wouldn't do that. Would you get it, like, even if you hadn't got a tissue, you do it in your hand away from the table. No, she spat it out onto the plate in front of people. She added, I'm sorry, that's really bad table manners. Oh, so you realised then, did you? Honestly, I just fancy mash. All I want is mashed potatoes. I'm a fan of mash. I must say, we've got that in common, Gemma. That's about all, my love. As fans rushed to Twitter to slam Gemma's table manners. She's also revealed Her boyfriend, James Argent, oh, they're back together again now, are they? Has gained so much weight it's ruined their sex life. The Towie star claims James spent all his time getting up and going to the toilet at night and not pleasing her in the bedroom. Well, he's probably got diabetes then, hasn't he? That's serious. That's serious, isn't it? I found out some time ago now, you know you don't actually have to be big to get diabetes. Thin people have got diabetes. I didn't even know that. The GC opened up about Arge's problems during an appearance on Channel 4's Sink or Swim. James said he wanted to take part in the show, which sees celebrities training for a relay swim across the English Channel in support of Stand Up to Cancer. Good luck to him to help him take control of weight. Yeah, but you can't just do these things, can you? You can't literally just jump. I wouldn't do it. You can't jump in the channel and try and swim. You die. You've got to build up to these things. It's like when you first ever go swimming. When you first ever go swimming, you know, 2 or 4 lengths is probably your maximum you're going to do. I do 50. But it took years to build that up. You do a few more. Every month you put it up another couple, you know. Something like that. Gemma says, was seen telling Arge, I can notice the difference in you. I can get my arms around you now. When I cuddle you in bed, how lovely. Although I'm not one that might want to be cuddling Gemma Collins in bed for some reason. All right? It's one of those things, isn't it? One of those things. Ross, you should do a viewers meet up at the Trawlers catch. Now, that's a good idea. We could do our north... I'd have to do lots of meetups in different parts of the world, though, wouldn't I, Ross? You know, I don't know if we want to do a lot of meetup like that. Darren Shaw's Scarborough show starts tomorrow, Chris. Yes, 9:30 on BBC One Colour, Andy. So we're looking forward to that. Let me just scroll. Where we were scrolling, dear. Get ready for the raffle tickets, gang. We're going to be doing the raffle tickets very soon. Jason says, don't get me started on this bloody Gemma Collins. Yeah, absolutely. At least I can't say that word. Can't say that word. Let's have a look. Bean Cornbread wants me to ask something. Is this live? Yes, you always know it's live. Just look at the clock there. If that's the time. Oh, this is actually difficult to see, this clock. I'm going to change this clock soon. You can't. It's actually said just coming up to 5 to 10 there. But if it's 5 to 10 where you are, or if you're in another country, you'll have to look at the time difference. And if that's the time where you are, that's whether you know whether this is live or not. Okay. Righty ho. Ross, check out a BBC One show around tea time called The Repair Shop. They fix old stuff. It's awesome. I think you will like it. That sounds... I don't even know about that. What time is that on? Well, about 5 o'clock. Don't they have those stupid bland quizzes on at that time? Oh, I can't stand bland quizzes. I really don't. Let's have a look. Right, scrolling. Good. Okie doke, boys and girls. Let's do today's raffle tickets. Okay. Now, pay attention, boys and girls. We have a raffle once a week here on United Kingdom Talk for a fridge magnet. A fridge... Just a minute now. A fridge magnet. Just a second now. This is getting silly. 1 second. Just going to do something here, my darlings. Stay tuned on this channel. 1 second. Oh, excuse me. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh, username. Oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, processing. Okay. Processing. Oh, invalid username. Let's try. Sorry, again, just bear with me a second. I've just got to do something here, which is starting to become incredibly annoying. Should we save that? Yes, that's in there. That's in there. That's there. Right. Let's just get rid of that one. There we are. And gone. Good, gone. That's that little problem sorted. Right, raffle tickets, boys and girls. We have a raffle once a week. The raffle is for a fridge magnet, okay? You can have a raffle ticket right now. All you got to do is say, can I have a ticket, please? And I'll give you a raffle ticket and read you the number while I give it to you. I'll write the number on the back there. You can have one raffle ticket per programme. No more than one. If you ask for a raffle ticket by some other method, then I will take all your raffle tickets out you've won so far and they will be deleted, okay? And you won't be able to join in anymore because it has to be fair to everyone. The prize isn't massive. It's not like a massive prize. All it is a little fridge magnet, not really of any value or anything like that. If you are watching a recording of the show, you can ask by email. There is the email address, okay? Please only use the email address if you're watching a recording of the show. And as I say, if you get a ticket by the live show, don't ask one by email as well, because I'll be able to tell if you've asked for more than one, and then it's not fair to everyone else, all right? Simple as that. You can have a raffle ticket for every show that we do, and you can claim your raffle ticket right up to the beginning of the next show. So say you were watching today, but you haven't watched for 3 days. You can't then say, oh, can I have one for Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday as well, like Roy the Boy did yesterday? No, because that's not happening, all right? One ticket per show up to when the next show starts. Otherwise, we'll never get through it all. All right? So I've just banned someone who was getting right on my bleeding nerves a minute ago. So that's gone now. Let's have a look here. Michael. So shall we start? Michael Pullman. Here we go. Michael Pullman. Oh, my pen's not working very well today. Ticket number 465 for Michael. Okay. And also, give me a chance to get down to the name. Some people are just so blooming impatient, and they ask several times, which usually results in a ban. So be careful. Rachel 466, I think. Hang on. Rachel Wetland. The raffle draw is on a Monday morning, sometime between 8:30 and 10 o'clock. Okay, that's when the draw takes place live on this program. 466. For Rachel. Ali Tamplin. Ali baby. Tamplin. There you go. 467. 467. 468 for my sister. They are. Oops, sorry. 468 for you, sis. Oh, there we are. Can you see the number? 468 for my sister. She don't get preferential treatment. No one gets preferential treatment. Get a fridge magnet from a Babe magnet. Well, that's definitely me, David. A Babe magnet. 469, David. Russ Philip Vernon, 470. Am I a Babe magnet? Is that what I am? 470 for you, David. All right. Welcome along if you just joined the show today. You've missed most of it, but never mind. There's always tomorrow, or you can always watch the recording back, okay? Robert Lunn. Hello, Robert. All right. We were very early today. Is it too early for you, 9 o'clock in the morning? I mean, I could go swimming and do it the other way round. We might do that next week in the afternoon. 471 for Robert Lunn. Yes, you can have a signed photo as well if you want one. Some people are not too keen on that for some strange unbeknown reason. 472, John Aitken. and his quadruple bypass, isn't it, John? John Aitken. I never really drunk a lot, John. You were saying about the drinking there. I didn't really drink a lot. 472. David, I've just done yours, all right, Dave. Heidi, a fish has a different meaning to what you think it means, Rachel. In gay language, it refers to a female. That's true. That's true. The gays we kind of have their own language, which changes over the year. All different sort of groups of people have their own sort of sayings and things like that, don't they? Jason Hughes, number 473 for you, my friend. All right, Jason? Hughhes, Jason Hughes. There you go. 473 for Jason. Veronica's back. Welcome back to the show, Veronica. Ray, there's Ray. 0784. Ray, a minute. Ray, there we are. 474 for Ray. There you go, sir. All right. And I think that's it, is it? Rachel Waitland, we've done that. And we've done that, and we've done that. Okay, anyone else want a ticket? Nice and quickly now. Before we close the ticket lines, don't forget, if you're watching a recording of the show, you can, of course, have a raffle ticket. Just email me on the address there, and I shall reply to your email with your ticket number. All right, as we do every day. It's no problem at all. Only if you haven't got one already, email chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. All righty. Oh, Claire. Sorry, Claire. There you are, Claire. Oh, where's that spare? I had a spare one there. There it is. 475 for you, Claire. 475, all right. Did I miss anyone out? If I've missed out your name, quickly say ticket now, please. Brandon Smith. There's Brandon. Okay, Brandon. 476 for you, Brandon. There you are, Brandon. 476. Oh, Dinny suddenly appeared there. Did I miss you out? Gosh. Must have missed out some people there. Morning, Mark. Morning, Mark. Michael Lawrence. Christ, suddenly sort of latecomers there. 477 for... Ooh, who was that? Michael Lawrence. Bum, bum. Dinny. Dinny, 478. Dinny without the 67. There we are, 478 for you. 478. If you're watching on YouTube, something's about to happen, all right? Just wait a moment, Mama Darlings. Hey, Heidi. Done that, there we are. Done that there. There you go. Heidi, Adrian Richardson. 480. Adrian, 480 for you. Done, Heidi. Dinny. That's everyone there, isn't it? That's everyone. That's everyone. Okay, line's now closed. If you want a ticket now, you'll have to email, okay? Chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Okay. Now, I've got to try and do something here. This might go a little bit wrong, but we'll see. Right. Okay. Now, those of you that watch on YouTube, Claire has noticed this before. Claire's noticed this before. Those of you that watch on YouTube, we come out on 2 streams on YouTube. Okay? Both the chat show and the YouTube show come to you on the same channel, on both of these channels. What I want to do is split the channels up so that one channel will carry the YouTube, will carry the chat show, and the other channel will carry the karaoke streams. All right. The trouble is, I'm not 100% sure on how to do this, and we've got 8 people watching on one and 8 on another. I don't know who's on which. This is the problem. I'm not actually quite sure how this works, and I'll try it over the next couple of days, and if it doesn't work, we'll just carry on as we are. But I'd ideally like to separate completely the chat show and the karaoke streams as well. The reason is copyright. It's a copyright issue, and if you keep getting copyright warnings on your channel, you get taken off. You see. Now, I don't mind so much if the karaoke stuff completely disappears, which it could do. That's where the problem's coming from, the karaoke thing, okay, and certain types of music. So I want to split the two different programs up, one to go to that channel and one to go to that channel, right? Now, as you are watching this show at the moment, there are 2 YouTube streams going out. I'm now going to turn one of them off, okay? If at this point you lose us, at this point, go onto YouTube and type in youtube.com /Chris Reardon UK. You should then find one stream coming from me. All right? If this works. I'm not sure you can actually do this on the fly, to be honest, but I'm going to try. You should find, if you lose us, you should go on youtube.com /Chris Reardon UK, and there should be the one stream that's coming out, and simply click on that and make sure you're subscribed to that. All right? And that, I think, is how to do it. So I'm now going to turn off that, okay? If you lose us at this point, go back onto YouTube, youtube.com /Chris Reardon UK, and then click on the little thing there and make sure you subscribe to that, and that should be okay. I'll do exactly the same again tomorrow morning, all right? So we'll start on both channels, okay? And then at the end, we'll turn one off and see how that works, all right? So you're going to lose us now. Here we go. Oh, it says, please restart your broadcast to apply the changes. Maybe I can't do it on the fly. I'm not sure I can do it on the fly. Okay. Well, that didn't work, did it? Right, so tomorrow morning, keep an eye out tomorrow morning. I may well only be on one channel, so you might not... If you've got your notifications switched on, it might not happen tomorrow morning. So round about 9:30. If you haven't heard from me by 9:30, by your usual ping or whatever it is, just go on to youtube.com /Chris Reardon UK and see if you can see us there. Click on whatever video is playing out and resubscribe to it, and that should sort you out. All right, my loves. Okie doke. Didn't he got 2 notifications? Did you? Ah, well maybe so. Yeah. Could you put the YouTube link on your profile page, Chris? Good idea. Actually, I can look now, can't I? Hang on a minute. I can look myself and see if there's 2 streams or 1 now. Oh, page is not available. That's good, isn't it? Yeah. Let's see if I've got 2 or 1 coming out now. Because I turned 1 off, but I don't think you can do it on the fly. I think it can. No, you see I've got 2 running. There's 2 running now, isn't it? It says 2 live streams. So presumably that's not right. Okay. Okay, well, I can't do it then, can I? Can't do it. Can't do that. The only way to do it is when we restart a show, just come out on one stream, which is what I'll do tomorrow morning. So just keep an eye out for that. About 9:30, start looking, okay? If you haven't had that notification, start looking and see do what I told you to do. Yeah, I can see that, Stuart. Thank you very much for your help there. Okay. Ali says, it sounds like you need to hire a technology chicken who knows their stuff. Is that you, Ali? Are you a technology chicken? I'm not so sure that you're a chicken anymore, Ali. You must be in your 40s now. Bit different when you used to walk around in chariots, dear. All right. Okay, gang. Thank you very much for putting up with that little bit of technical stuff. You can understand why we want to do that, can't you? Right. Valentino, it's birthday time here on the Chris Reardon Show. Valentino Sky, good morning, Valentino. Is that my doorman? Are you the Central Station doorman? Hang on a minute, let me just check. Oh, Christ, I can't really see a picture of that. All I can see is loads of muscles. I'm not sure if that's you or not. Hang on a minute, let me go through your photos. Oh, you've got 1 photo. I can't see you from that photo, Valentino. But you may or may not be our doorman at Central Station. But whatever, happy birthday to you. 50 is a great age to be, I'll tell you that now. 50, you've got a little bit of money in the bank. You're not upset by people that have dumped you or anything like that. Happy birthday to you, Valentino. Okay, Pearl. Oh my God, it's Babe Station Pearl, boys and girls. Pearl is one of my neighbours. She is such a nice lady. She's a big fan of dogs. She's had some beautiful German, friendly, lovely German Shepherd dogs. And it just goes to show you, dogs are how the owners bring them up. They really are. She's had several German Shepherd dogs who have always been such nice animals. Always come running along and used to bounce. She hasn't got them anymore, unfortunately, over the years. You have the pets and they pass on, don't they? But she's got a little dog at the moment. I think it's I don't know, is it a little terrier or something like that, which is just mad. And this thing loves to be picked up and fussed over. Happy birthday to your pal, 73. You couldn't wish for better neighbours than I've got back at the house in Bracknell. I've got some terrific neighbours, all of which respect each other, and we never upset anyone with sound or anything like that. Happy birthday to your pal. Happy birthday, my love, all right? Happy birthday today to Jane West, who's raising money for cancer research. Good morning, Jane. 42 years old today. Mark Wake. Hello, Mark. I worked with him at the Black Cap years ago. Happy birthday. Ali Steggles. Ali Steggles, good morning to you. Happy birthday. Jay Bedford today is 48 years old. So you're almost there, Jay. It'll get better when you get to 50, I promise you. Happy birthday to Jay. We've got Louise Claire Ginsberg Seish, I think it is, 32 years old today. And Chris McGrath today is 57 years old. Happy birthday, gang. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Oh, there's Gaz Barron. Good morning, Gaz. Will we be seeing you tonight? Oh, sorry. Will we be seeing you tonight at the karaoke, Gaz, I wonder? Morning to you. Ask Valentino to sing George Michael. Valentino is one of our door staff. I don't know if that's the same one as I just read you there, but he's got a great voice. He also does DJing as well. He's a busy chap, and he cycles on the London roads. That's brave. That's brave, that is. Look at all these lovely people wishing people happy birthday. Morning, Mark. You're a little bit late there, Mark. Never mind. If you want a raffle ticket, Mark, you'll have to email in now, my darlings, okay? Because I've put those away. Ellie used to train German Shepherd dogs and Rottweiler dogs also. She won an All-Ireland Championship show. Yeah, my sister's got a Rottweiler. Oh, he's lovely. He's such a massive head like that. And he comes and he seems to really get on with me as well as, of course, my sister and her husband and the children and all that. And he comes and sits by my leg wanting to be loved. And believe me, I want to go over and hug him. Unfortunately, I'm a bit allergic to animal fur, and sometimes it's not too bad. Other times it's really bad. Last night, my asthma kicked off at my sister's house, and so I had to leave fairly quickly before it gets really bad. And I was having trouble breathing in there last night. And I'd had an antihistamine tablet. Sometimes it's really bad, sometimes it's not so bad. Last night I could feel it getting worse, so I had to leave. But I'd love to pick up this dog and just... I did lay with him a few times. But even like sometimes just stroking across the back of your hand, and it all comes up in white lumps. Oh, it's dreadful. It's such a nice dog, that Rottweiler. Really, really does. All right. Look at some people wishing other people happy birthday there. Isn't that nice? Oh, that's right. That's really nice. That's really nice. Right. Karaoke today then. Here we go, boys and girls. Karaoke tonight on this Thursday is in Cleethorpes. That's where we are every Thursday. Nice little night. It's not a massive bar. It's like long and narrow. It's really nice in there. Okay, karaoke tonight is from 9 p.m. and finishes around about 20 to 12, okay? So that's where we are tonight. Karaoke at Cleethorpes at Silhouette Bar. That's on the northeast coast, okay? Silhouette Bar, 38 Alexander Road in Cleethorpes, which is the road that's just up from the sea, okay? So there's a road that goes down by the sea, and that one is a little bit further. Yeah, that's tonight, Mark. Okay, not at Central tonight. Central Station is tomorrow. That's on Friday nights. Okay, Ali? So tonight's up in Cleethorpes. All right, that'll do that. That'll do then. Thanks ever so much for joining us on the show today, boys and girls. You have a lovely Thursday, and hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow morning around about the same time. Cheerio now.